Hello, fellow music nuts, it's me, Cubby, with another personal spin. And today's album is Flower Kings Islands, which was released last Friday, and I've been listening to it all week. It wasn't supposed to be released until next year, but because of the pandemic, the band decided to release it now. And it's actually got some lyrical themes that kind of, what's the word, go well with the pandemic because they're about isolation and things. Although, that being said, I found the vast majority of the album to be really quite upbeat. Um, so, let's discuss the album, shall we? It's got really cool album artwork by Roger Dean, which is always a good thing for a prog album, particularly, but it's particularly good on this one. I like it a lot. It's very blue. Let me just move it. I don't know if you can see it because, yeah. It's a double disc album, but it's not really double disc length, if that makes sense. Each album is 40 something minutes long, and in the booklet it explains that it's designed so that it's actually one really long song, but you can obviously also listen to it separately, which I prefer to do. I have listened to this multiple times since I got it, and I have enjoyed it pretty much from the start. It's very accessible for the Flower Kings because the average song length is about 4 minutes, and it sees them sort of concentrating more on songwriting than like instrumentation and stuff like that. Although there are a couple of instrumental songs, it's largely more song orientated. That might be because there are two new members in the band, the keyboardist and drummer. I can't remember what their names are off the top of my head, and I'm not going to look in the book. Suffice to say, there are two new members, and they make a pretty sizable contribution to the overall sound. On the whole, the Flower Kings are quite syrupy. Is a good word for it. Very melodic and lots of like flowing keyboards that's kind of dominate the sound, which I do enjoy quite a lot. But the last sort of 3 or 4 albums, maybe, it's become a little bit predictable and, dare I say, bland. And I've been longing for the Flower Kings to sort of try something not totally new, but just a bit more adventurous, which is what prog, for me anyway, is supposed to be about. And they did kind of do that on Desolation Rose, which is a very dark album compared to their others. They've kind of done it on this one. There is still a lot of the syrupy keyboards, but there's also different sounds. There's lots of percussion instruments and things like that. There's like soary sounds and just different sounds, textures. It's good. Roiner Stolt, his guitar is very melodic as well. Again, I wish he would try different, like maybe some distortion or phasing or just something different. I feel they've got quite comfortable with their sound, and I feel it needs to be changed up a little bit. Not loads, but just enough, especially with such long albums. So that's my 2 cents on sort of the general sound of the album. It's got some very good tracks. My favourite tracks are Morning News, Tangerine, Solaris, Man in a Two-Piece Suit, Northern Lights, and Serpentine and Telescope. And Islands is pretty cool as well. I know that's quite a long list, but there are 21 songs on the album, so all of those are sort of standouts because they are more different to the general sound of the Flower Kings. We get some ragtime, we get some pop, we get some rock, we get some prog. It's very accessible, this album, and it's quite memorable too. The production is very clear and lots of space. Again, recently I've noticed quite a lot of albums that I've bought that are sort of out this year have had more space. It almost feels like people have been watching my videos and listening or something. I don't know, but it's good. It makes it less fatiguing to listen to. So on the whole, it's a pretty good album with some really good bass playing from Jonas Reingold, and Reinstolt uses some interesting guitar chords and playing in some songs, particularly Morning View News. I keep calling it Morning View. And just overall, it's another fine album from a very prolific band. I'm going to give it 10 out of 10 drums because I feel it's pretty solid. Not perfect, but it's pretty good. So, thank you for watching. I have been Cubby. This has been a personal spin. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and please comment as well what you think of the album, what you think of my reviews. I like constructive criticism, and I will see you in the next video. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.